How's it going, everybody? This is Dr. John Clayton, your Layton Chiropractor here in Utah. I'm at Supra Chiropractic, and today I'm going to talk about in this video the 3 massage guns that I use in my office, or massage tools. And so first I want to start with is the Thumper Mini Pro, which is right here. You can buy these on Amazon or other websites, but Amazon's usually the easiest. With this, it's more of a massager that uses mild percussion. And so when I'm working on patients, usually it's right when patients walk in, we start adjusting them. We'll use this on them to kind of loosen up their back muscles so they're not as tight when I adjust. It mainly is involving percussion, and its heads move kind of like that, but much faster. There's 3 speeds on it, and so I can use it on kids, I can use it on teenagers, I can use it on adults, depending on what intensity they can handle. The next one, G2, or the second generation of the theragun, and this one is very loud in the office. When you hear it, sounds almost like a jackhammer. So this one, I use it on a lot of like my sports patients, as well as like bodybuilders, anyone that has a lot of muscle that we have to kind of get through that I don't necessarily want to work through with my hands. I can get in there and work through on the theragun. Another thing I like to use the theragun for is if people have their ribs pop out of place, like in their back. What I'll do is when I adjust the ribs, get them back in. A lot of the reason why the ribs keep popping out on them is because the muscles are really tight, and so they'll tend to pull out on those ribs, and so it keeps happening. So going through this helps actually break up the muscle spasm, so then the patients don't have to come back as often for rib problems. This one is strictly percussion, and it's very intense, and so I can basically push very hard into the patient's back, and it will still apply just as much force because it's so strong. It's a pretty good gun. They have much newer models that are much quieter, so eventually once this one goes, we'll get a newer and much quieter. And then the last gun I have right here is called the Rapid Release RR Rapid Release Therapy Pro 2 gun. And so this one's pretty cool because it's strictly vibration. And so the reason why I wanted to have a gun that is strictly vibration is because there's a lot of areas that I work on that I wouldn't necessarily want to introduce percussion into those areas, such as the jaw, or like little areas in the forearm where there's very intricate muscles, into like carpal tunnel area, as well as maybe like the front rib cage area where it's just too much pressure to have percussion in that area, and we want strictly vibration. It is a very intense gun, however, you can hear it turn on there. So you can use basically this larger surface area for like the back muscles if you want to. Then this one's a really smooth surface, so it kind of glides over skin easier. And then if there's this one that's more rubbery, and so it can't necessarily go over skin as easily because it kind of basically drags on there and causes friction. So generally what I want to do is just do a single targeted area with that head. I use this one a lot for very intricate areas, as well as like the jaw when I work on that. That's pretty much what I use it for. Having the different varieties of guns and their functions basically aids me to do everything that I do. Because I work on the entire body, I want to be able to have a gun to work on every single part of the body. So whether it's warming up the patient at very first when I see them with the Thumper, or going through like on a bodybuilder and working on releasing a lot of the muscle tightness that they have because of how heavy they train, I use the theragun. And then basically for other areas, because of my specialty, I will use the rapid release to help facilitate what I'm trying to go for as a chiropractor in relieving the patient of pain or allowing function of a joint such as the jaw to work properly. If you have any questions about these guns, or if you've considered getting one, I know a lot of patients that come in, they'll say, I want to look at getting maybe a gun similar to this one. Is that a good one? You know, ask a question, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. Call my office and ask me personally if you have any questions about these. And then if you want a firsthand experience, come in and get adjusted. Come in and see what I can do for you using these guns, as well as using my hands to adjust you. And then be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And then if you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments below. And then I'm Dr. John Clayton, your Layton Chiropractor here in Utah. Thanks.